In a quiet little village where birds sang in the mornings and lanterns glowed at night, a 10-year-old girl named Diya lived with her loving grandmother in a small mud house with a thatched roof. Every day before the first rays of the sun, her grandmother would wake up, tie her scarf, and set out for the market to buy fresh vegetables. She would return with baskets full of vegetables, her frail shoulders bending under the weight, but her spirit unbroken. At home, she set up a small wooden table in front of their house, arranging the vegetables neatly to sell to the villagers. Diya would watch quietly from the doorstep, her small eyes full of admiration, but her heart heavy with sadness. Sometimes, Diya whispered to herself, "Grandma works too much, even at this age. It's not fair." Diya softly, "Grandma, don't you get tired?" The grandmother always answered with a warm smile, "I do get tired, dear, but when I see you smile, my strength returns." Grandmother, for you, I can work all day. One afternoon, while sketching on a piece of paper, Diya's eyes lit up with a brilliant idea. She ran to her grandmother, her voice filled with excitement. "Grandma, I have an idea." "Diya, I want to sell lemonade after school." The grandmother paused, surprised, and then asked gently, "Lemonade, my dear? Why lemonade?" "Grandmother, what makes you think of that, child?" Diya took her grandmother's hand and said, "Because I want to help you, Grandma. I don't want you to work so hard alone." "Diya, let me do something for us too." Tears of pride filled the grandmother's eyes, and she said softly, "If that's your wish, we will do it together." "Grandmother, we will make the lemonade sweet with our love." That evening, the grandmother taught Diya how to prepare lemonade, how to squeeze lemons, add sugar, and stir with care. Diya laughed when she spilled a little sugar, and the grandmother chuckled. "Every seller must make a little mess at first." "Grandmother, mistakes are also teachers, my child." The next morning after school, they went together to the market to buy a big glass jar and some glasses for their lemonade stall. Diya also prepared a simple hand-painted board that read, "Fresh lemonade, sweet and cool." Together they placed a small wooden table in front of the house, spread a cloth on it, and carefully set the jar of lemonade with glasses. On the very first day, curious villagers began to stop by, asking for a glass of lemonade. Diya served each glass with a bright smile, and her grandmother watched proudly from the side. "Grandma, all the lemonade is finished," Diya exclaimed at the end of the day, her eyes glowing with joy. "Diya, we sold everything today." The grandmother hugged Diya, whispering, "You did wonderfully, my child. I'm so proud of you." "Grandmother, your smile brings customers back again and again." The next morning, Diya woke early and prepared 2 jars of lemonade with her grandmother's help. The villagers came again, more than yesterday, and the jars emptied quickly with happy laughter around the stall. "Grandma, both jars are sold," Diya said excitedly, her eyes sparkling. "Diya, tomorrow I want to make 3 jars." At home, after the busy day, Diya and her grandmother went to feed their 2 hens kept in a small wooden cage by the side of the house. "Eat well, little ones," Diya laughed, sprinkling grains while the hens clucked happily. "Diya, one day I'll buy more friends for you." The grandmother chuckled. "They are our family too, Diya, and you take such good care of them." "Grandmother, even hens love your kindness." The hens clucked loudly as if cheering for Diya's lemonade stall, filling the small house with joy. The next day, Diya proudly prepared 3 jars of lemonade, arranging them neatly on the table with fresh glasses. More customers arrived, praising the taste, saying, "This is the sweetest lemonade in the whole village." "Villager, your lemonade is full of sunshine, little one." Day after day, the stand grew busier, and Diya's little hands worked quickly to serve everyone. The grandmother, sitting by the side, often whispered to herself, "My Diya is a little star." Soon, Diya had a small pouch of coins and notes, her first real earnings. One evening, Diya came running to her grandmother. "Grandma, shall we go to the shop tomorrow?" "Diya, I want to buy something for you." The next day, they went to the town market where Diya pointed at the eyeglasses shop. "Grandma, these glasses will help you see better," Diya said lovingly as the shopkeeper handed them over. "Diya, now your eyes won't hurt while working." The grandmother blinked and smiled. "Oh, Diya, I can see so clearly now. Thank you, my little angel." "Grandmother, the world looks brighter because of you." On their way back, they passed a shop with colorful school bags, and grandmother insisted on buying one for Diya. "Grandmother, now it's my turn. You deserve this, my child." Diya laughed and twirled, carrying her new bag as they walked home together, hand in hand. That night, the two hens clucked noisily, as if celebrating the happiness of the little family. Diya whispered to the hens, "You're part of our family too, and one day we'll make everything bigger." With every passing day, the lemonade stand became a place of joy, where villagers gathered not just for a drink, but for Diya's cheerful smile. Children loved to wave at Diya, shouting, lemonade girl," as they passed. "Children, Diya Didi, one glass please." Diya served them all with care, her little hands moving quickly, her face glowing with purpose. The grandmother often sat silently, thanking fate for giving her a granddaughter so wise and loving. "Grandma, one day I'll make this stall so big that you will never need to work again," Diya said firmly. "Diya, you will only rest and smile." The grandmother stroked her hair. "I don't need a big stall, Diya. You are already my treasure." "Grandmother, but I will always stand by your side." Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and Diya kept selling lemonade with dedication and joy. The hens clucked, the grandmother smiled with new glasses, and Diya's laughter filled the air each day. And so, under the warm sun of the little village, Diya continued to sell lemonade with love, while her grandmother watched proudly. Together they built a life of happiness, one glass at a time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.